We got Mo Perry on the Facebook line. Who else is on Facebook with us? Check in.
My mother.
Hey, Mama.
But I don't see her down here. I just see the picture up there.
Oh, my
Tanya.
sister. Hey, Tanya. Man, I challenged her to do
What's up, Andy?
the marriage challenge, man. She been posting her marital pictures. I know it's just driving her crazy, though. What's going on, MD? Good to see you. All right, well, we can get started.
What's up, everybody? Good evening.
We gonna have to move over here. Can't see over here.
That baby got the problem. That's the phone, man.
Yeah, facts.
Figure it out one day.
One day, one of these days.
Tag, I forgot. I really did. So, we's on here. Anybody? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing great. One of the first thought I was saying if anybody had anything they wanted to talk about.
We here for it.
Yeah, cause I didn't necessarily. Andy, you on both?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Hey,
Mom. I just got your message too. Okay, cool. I'll take care of that tomorrow. I had a topic, right? And this is dealing with kids. All right, so I had a situation.
Hey, Julia.
My daughter called and asked me about being a co-signer, right? I'm just getting my own credit together, so I couldn't bang with it like that. But one time I made a comment, but like, I'd be glad my kids get of age so they can be, on their own. But my cousins over tell me, you never stop being a parent, right?
Facts.
And my mom's on here, so I guess she can attest to it. So, so it's always great to be in a position to help them. Keyword help. But we gotta be mindful because I know some parents, I feel they go over and beyond and they know the outcome. But some people had the mother gene or daddy gene or whatever, so you be overprotective or you go all the way out, extending yourself. I know I said this 50 million times, whatever, about the whole Bass liquor store thing. It was a landmark here in DMV. Before Mr. Bass passed, he passed everything over to his son, so he could see how things run. He lost it within a year. And we got to know our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to know the same way whoever you worship, they know us, right? So we're to the point where they're not going to give us more than we can handle. I feel the same way with the kids, right? We got to know our kids. If you know your kids can't handle, not good at finances, why allow them to put themselves in debt or put you in debt?
How much help is too much help? What is the age that you start telling your kids no? Like, Mom, I need a car. Mom, I need it to be put on the insurance. Mom, I need you to help me out just this month. Pay my car note. When is there a no? You can't say I'm not your mom anymore, or I want to stop being your mom because you're always gonna be mom. Do you ever stop? I know I asked my dad for help all the way up to about 32. So
I just asked my mama for help earlier today. So, but I believe is where you are in your life, depending on your situation, how much you can help. But then it's also where that child is, right? We have to be mindful. We can't just, okay, that's my child, I got to give. No, let's be responsible. Also, the giver has to be as responsible just as the one who's taking it.
I asked my dad for help recently. I'm wrong. I'm all wrong.
Your child can't handle a note for a Benz, but you co-sign, and then you mad because now you're responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Benz.
Let's be real about it. co-signing them on a 18 if not in need. Right. Yeah.
18.
Yeah. It did. Yeah. Because there's a difference between a need and a want. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You may need a car, but yeah, in some situations you may need a car. It doesn't say it has to be a Benz, a Cadillac, whatever. You need a reliable car to get you from A to B, which is hopefully from work to home. And then from that point is you use where you're going to get to your next thing. So if you're working, I'm get you just to get you back and forth, and then you work on saving your money to get you the Benz, the Cadillac, whatever the case may be.
Or do you buy them the car that they ask you for? Or you make them figure,
It depends
work
again.
towards it, and you help them with it.
It depends on the situation.
How much help is too much help?
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Like
And
again,
it depends on the kid.
like my daughter called me, asked me today, whatever, and if I could, I probably would get her a starter car, to get her started. But see, I know this particular child, so I wouldn't have no problem if I was in a that financial type of situation. A starter car, because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It is hard out here, and it's getting harder. And I was talking to her today about it, and she was, and I could sometimes they don't think it through, could they get excited? So she was thinking of the car and the car note, but I was like, hey, you still need insurance, you still need gas, you need money put up for when the car needs work and things of that nature. She was like, God dang, all of that. They don't take all that stuff into consideration.
Mm-hmm. You need to get oil changes. You might have to get work done on it.
So I had a conversation with my son. Like, now my son has a car. I didn't buy it, but my son has a car. I didn't think he needed it at the time. I didn't understand why he needed this car, because he does has there's transportation where he is.
Right down the street.
Yeah.
There's public transportation.
So I don't understand why he couldn't take that public transportation like everyone else, stack his money, and then go get his car. My mom put on, hey, you can necessarily don't have to buy it. You can help him with a down payment if possible. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where you are in your situation, and again, it depends on the child. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand, why that he messed it. Now in my daughter case, I understand where she's going. I know what she's trying to get to and things of that nature, so I get it. I really get it, and I feel she's at that point where she probably need a car or whatever, because she's further out, so she's not like near transportation like that.
I think you have to evaluate the need versus the want versus what they think they may be owed. That's big, because kids these days do have this mentality that they are owed something.
What's up, Antoine? What's going on with you, cousin?
I have not been able to figure that out. Like, I don't owe you anything.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something. I feel that my kids' generation, I'm gonna start with them. I think they feel that they're old, and I think it's some of the parents' fault, because what happened is we became such a blanket for them, right? Because of society. So, I got to take my kid everywhere because I don't want nothing to happen to him. I got to do this for my kid because I don't want nothing to happen to him. I'd rather get into the video game or get them anything they want so they can stay in the house, because it's dangerous out there. So what happens is as they getting older, they getting accustomed to it, and they like, you've been doing this all your life. Keep taking care of me.
What's the problem?
So I just think society
that's the thing too with public transportation. When I was young, I was on the P12, taking the bus everywhere, trying to get wherever I had to go to work. I had to get on the bus. I had to make sure I could get on the train. Nowadays, they not only have the bus, the train, they got Uber and everything else. They could just pick up their phone, boom, 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 and somebody's at the door taking them to where they need to go, But yet, it's, no, you need to get me a car.
Yeah. And some again, everybody's situation is different. Some parents feel they're more comfortable. I'd rather get them a car than have them on transportation. I'd rather get them a car than have them going in the Uber with these strangers, because you read the news, things happen with the Uber situations and all of that. So as a parent, again, that blanket comes in, and you want to protect and in some cases it hinders.
Because then you end up with those kids that go out and buy those cars they can't afford, and then it's stuck on them.
Okay, I'm with that. So Tanya basically saying that some of these parents with this generation overcompensate for some things that they may not have had when they were younger.
Facts, yes.
So,
I can tell you, I was one of those parents, and I had everything. Tanya, that's my god sister. She knows I had everything. Yeah, with my kids, I just wanted to make sure that they didn't want for anything or need for anything. Love. It doesn't even always has to be money or material things. Sometimes it's love that you overcompensate for. You feel like you got to smother them to death, But I totally agree with that.
Is that Coke? What's going on with you?
Kokomo.
Yeah, so I feel you on that one, Tanya. Again, it's to each his own, different situations, but yeah, people overcompensate.
And then when you got two different kids that act differently, you tend to do more for one than the other because one has a different behavior than the other. One kid may be doing well in school, getting all the right grades, doing all they supposed to do, coming home on time. The other kid might be wreaking havoc, and so one is going to get the rewards and the other one feel like they left out.
Oh, well, I don't see a problem with that one. You know what I'm saying? You get what you put in.
How you acting.
Yeah, I'm all for that. But yeah. So the compensating thing could be one thing. The over parenting, the protection, the fear. Let me say the fear of the society kicks in, and it's like, again, that protection mode come in. I think we got to be careful because that's a gray area. Don't do too much where you're hindering them, because they either, I don't care how much you try to protect them, but they got to deal with society. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell my kids, I want you to operate as if I'm not here. I'm always here to help you.
Right.
But I need you to operate if I wasn't, because again, one day I may not. Then what you gonna do? So some people call it tough love. Hey, we good, Coach. We good. Some people call it tough love or whatever, but I just a firm believer is I want to make sure kids are prepared in case, again, I'm not here, their mom's not here, whatever, that they can just stand on their own, if they don't have a car, catch, like you say, public transportation. Just get a popping.
Sis said move differently based on the characteristics of the kids, and you
Exactly.
definitely got to do that.
Exactly. It's crazy when my kids were, was that Nita? My kids were younger. I actually had to sit them down because all three of them at one point thought that I cared or loved one of the others more than the other.
Yeah.
And I was
like, nah, it ain't even
I told them straight up, y'all all get on my nerves in different ways. So, you know what I'm saying? But I had to explain to them too that yes, even though I love all of them, but it may come across as the love being different only because the energy is different. So when I'm dealing with one child, I know I can tell this child straight to the point, hey, go get my red jacket off the bed. The other one, I may have to say, I need you go down the hall, go in my room, look on the right hand side, like give more detail, right?
Bend down, wink your eye.
The other one, I might got to tell you to go get my coat multiple times. Could you go get my coat? Could you go get me? So I'm saying, but that's all the learning of your kids, because it's three different personalities. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with. So of course I'm not gonna be on the same page with all of y'all at the same time.
Kokomo said it's a boundary if they don't have respect. And
well, that's bar.
That's minimal.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have respect. You about to not be in my house.
Yeah, so that's how that's how I view that, man. Like, they just hit me today having a conversation with my daughter. And it feel good. She, feel like she's, coming around. We had a good conversation. But it just made me just think, like, kind of piggybacking off what Ronnie was saying about, how much do we help? And wow, I got on at the right time. My daughter just asked me who was my favorite child or who I love most. Oh, see what I'm saying?
What's the answer to that?
Right, I love you. Like I said, I love my kids. I love all my kids the same.
different.
But I deal with them differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
they are different.
And you have to. Each kid is a totally different. They move different, you know, and they understand different. Like my kids, one of them you got to strangle to death to get her to understand what you're trying to say. You gotta just go above and beyond to get her to get it. The other one is just simple. Hey babe, this is what you gotta do. This is the consequence if you don't. All right, you know, they totally different. But that don't make the love different.
Right. I love all the same. Don't have no favorites. Right. It's no favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like I told neither you know. All three of them Bama's. I tell them straight up. I love all you the same. And guess what? Y'all all get on my nerves.
The same.
The same. You know what I'm saying? In different capacities. One irritate me differently than the other irritate me, but y'all all irritate me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I love you all the same. I'm not gonna do it for one, but I'll do it for the other.
What's good, Pastor Q?
But I'm going to do Q, what's good? I'm going to do what I have to do for that particular child. Again, I know one child is let's say far as education, one may be get
rank
it.
higher.
The other might need a little more help.
Just a little.
So you got to recognize that and be like, okay, I got to spend more time with this one because they need the help. Now the other child might look back and be like, wow, you always spending more time with them, and they don't get that because you already got it. Like this one, I'm trying to help them get there, and some of them they look at it wrong.
And this is random.
What up, Tony?
You know, one of the things that we do that's kind of, I think, backwards, when you have a kid that does bad in a subject, you start focusing and thrashing on, you need to get this subject better. Do this, focus on this. But when they're excelling in other subjects, like, shouldn't we be focusing on the things that they're excelling in? Because they're good at that. And building on that.
Okay, Q. Appreciate it, Pastor.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
I got you, Tony. It depends. If you're a great athlete, so of course you're passing gym, but you're failing in your math and your English or whatever.
No, not saying that.
Oh.
I'm saying if you are failing in math,
What up,
but
Juanita?
you are extraordinary in English, then shouldn't you focus on that? Because they may be an extraordinary poet, English teacher, or whatever have you. Math may not be their ministry, their thing.
Right, but I would focus on the thing because okay, they got English, they got it, obviously. They need the help with the math at. So of course I'm gonna focus more on the math because that's where you're the weakest at, and I need to help you get stronger. So I probably would focus.
I'm not saying don't help. I'm saying help, but not focus on it. I think you should focus on what you're good at so that you can.
But they got it. You just said that they excel at it. So if they excel at it, that means they understand that part. This part they don't understand. So I feel like this is what they need to help at. Because you don't need me help in English. You getting A's. Yeah. But you're failing math, so I get it.
I probably ain't saying it right, y'all. Don't pay me no mind. It's probably coming out all wrong.
But yeah, so I had this situation. Man, I hope she don't never get on here because she won't bother me out. But I tried to help my daughter out when she was in school, right? By trying to get her extra classes. Man, she got so offended. She said I was trying to call her slow. I didn't think she can do it. All these things, right? And I'm like, no, you're failing in this. You obviously need help. I'm trying to get you the help. None, right?
Thank you, Juanita.
Well, help me understand. So I told her, okay, she was adamant about 2 points. She's coming to tick. Like, she really made me feel bad. Like, what are you talking about? I don't think you. So I was like, you know what? And again,
what's up, go yay.
There's no right or wrong. There's no book written on how to parent, right? So we do the best we can. I said, okay, let me back out of it. She went on. So her senior year came and I had to talk with the counselor, and the counselor basically was telling me, I don't think she's gonna walk. So I said, okay. I looked at her and I was like, So when she did, she bust her tail, boom, walked and everything. And first thing she wanted to say is, yeah, I proved you wrong. I said, excuse me? She said, you didn't think I was going to make it. I said, no. I went off what was given to me. I sat in front of someone who has your records and said, you ain't going to do it at the pace you're going. That's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy you made it, but don't do it out of spite. You should do it because that's what you want to do. But yeah, she was adamant about the help, But now she's recognizes what I was trying to do and says I should have been more stern. Man, you can't win with these jokers, man. You can't win with these jokers. So, but yeah, that's the only thing that was on my mind today about, like Ronnie said, like how much is too much when it comes to helping these kids.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, we have to prepare them. Don't get me wrong, but some are late bloomers. I feel like I was a late bloomer. Some are late bloomers. We got to respect that and understand that. And yeah, it frustrates you as a parent because you put all that work in for all these years and you hoping they can, come out running.
Can't win for losing. That's right. It's the way you teach. Try another angle. Yeah, Coach. That makes sense.
I only can go the best angle that I knew at that time. I thought I was going the right angle, but...
She was saying when a child is doing poor in one subject and doing well on others, don't have them focus on the poor subject. Encourage them to keep up the good work in the subject that they are excelling in. Hold on. It says see more and it won't let me see more. Okay, encourage them to keep up the good work in the subject that they are excelling in, but yet still encourage them to bring up that grade that's poor. Correct. I'm hard on my 18-year-old who graduates this year. He does not live with me. Yeah, so this generation is totally different. 18 now is not the same as 18 back then. I don't think so. It also depends on how you brought them up too. Look, I got a 14-year-old and I see some 14-year-olds out here with weave, nails, makeup on, and they just like boom. My baby girl looking at me like we the same age. What we gonna do? We can't even talk to each other. I'm not on her level. She looking at me like, what's the problem? Where my weave at? I don't want that. It's all in the household.
Yeah, and then it's to each some kids mature quicker than others. So I try not to put that stigma out that just because one child dress a certain way, looks a certain way, whatever.
Right.
They could just be more mature than the other ones. But if they can succeed, if they're succeeding with all that, whatever the case may be, now if they being grown, acting grown, and things of that nature, meaning they think they're too grown, then some things may need to be taken away or addressed. But I wouldn't not just because their parents, whatever case may be. But I know it gives that stigma to other people,
everything depends on opinion. We were talking about that the other day. Every single thing is an opinion. You can have one family whose opinion is this is how a 14-year-old should be and should dress or should act. By now, you should know how to do this. You should get this. You should, and then another household, that may say, no, 14, just because you're 14, you need to take your time. You're too young. It's not time to be wearing no lipstick and da. It's all based on your opinion. And no opinion is right or wrong. There is no Bible or book or law that says anybody's way of life and what y'all are doing versus what we're doing is the right way.
Yeah. You got to go with just what's comfortable for you and yours and deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Being Puerto Rican, I was raised by an old school Puerto Rican father. I refuse to raise my son that way. Yeah, we do have people that go opposite of how their parents raised them. It's hard.
So again, my mom's on here, so I'm being transparent. I might get them put in timeout.
Maybe.
But what I'm saying is, so my mom was a strong woman, right?
Is.
And I'm talking about raising me. She don't, she don't have no kids. But when she had to raise us or whatever, she was strong. She was stern, whatever. But no, when you have raising a boy as a woman, you have your challenges. You truly do. I mean, hey, I applaud my mom all the time. Like she had her challenges because I was something else. But certain as we get older, I understand some of the things my mom was trying to teach me. I grasp onto some of the things. Then this might be some of her ways that she did that I didn't. I also don't think it fits my parenting style or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So you still have to figure out what's comfortable for you. Now you can use your parents as a blueprint, but it can be a blueprint of what not to do or what to do, or you can pick from that blueprint and create your own. There's option, like you said. There's no right or wrong way. Just do something. Don't let these jokers just be running amok. You know what I'm saying? So, I was in a school when my kids were in school, and this little boy was walking down the hall. And this is elementary, y'all. And he was telling this girl everything he wanted her to do to him, what he was gonna do to her.
In then elementary school.
Adults around and everything, and they just looking shocked, like I can't believe this little. So he happened to turn, because I'm looking like he not really doing this right. So maybe the look on my face kind of caught him off guard. I don't know, but when he turned around and seen me standing, he was like. So when you do that, you know you wrong. So if he'd just walked by me, I'd have be like, he don't know no better. That's all. But you know better because you was like, I'm sorry. I'm not even a teacher. I was just like, wow.
But you know what? This generation is different from our generation. Because if you was a little elementary school boy walking around talking about what you was going to do back then, nobody really did nothing. It kind of flew. Well, that's little Johnny. He got a mouth on him. This generation, you be locked up somewhere, handcuffed, calling CPS and everything else.
Right. And that was what I'm saying. Like situations like that. Yes, I understand rules that got so crazy that you can't touch the kids, you can't do. Can't
even look at them wrong.
But that's when you put the onus on the parent. I ain't gotta touch you. You need to come get your child. Yeah, you need to come get your child. Yep. And that's on them. Now guess what? That parent gotta leave work or whatever have you. But you gotta come get this child. Now, even one of the things, you're gonna break this child out of them bad habits. That's not what I'm here for. So I'm here to just teach and get them better. But I don't have time for that.
Do you think that they're kind of handicapping the parents from teaching them better habits because they're taking parents in for the dumbest things? I saw this grandmother was arrested for popping her granddaughter because she said something disrespectful out her mouth. Grandmother popped her. She called the police, said her grandmother hit her. When the police came, they asked her, did you hit her? And she said, yes, I did. And they locked her up.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
I disagree. The things that they're doing now are going too far. Yeah. So you're giving a bad stigma because you can't discipline them unless you just talk to them.
No blood, no case. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. Yeah, I feel. Yeah. And sad part about it, the worst thing could happen is the kids know that.
They do.
They got a phone number the kids can use to call. What?
But they gonna just end up with the people that are trying to keep the parents away from disciplining them. They gonna end up right with you.
As soon as you call, come get them.
Come get them.
Then you raise them. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard,
I told you my daughter called on me when she was young.
That's crazy.
Man, and then they were threatening to take my youngest child. Boy, you talking about somebody that was hot as fire. When we went down to the building, they said, well, could you just talk to her, have a conversation with her? I'm not sitting here negotiating with this little kid, with a little 6-year-old kid.
Then I got to go back home and continue to take care of this kid?
Yeah, like
feed
what?
Her,
no, she gonna do what I tell her she gonna do. And I said, no, we have a problem because you're threatening my other child. So you go ahead and keep her. I start walking out. They chasing me out. Ma'am. Ma'am, come get your kid. My daughter was screaming to the top of her lungs. No, mommy, don't leave me. Come get mommy. No, don't do that. I said, no, you're abused. Abused children don't want their mothers. So he found another home. Man, they threw her right back on me so fast because they knew it was a lie. It was a lie. Like they put you in crazy, ridiculous situations for the dumbest things.
Yeah, we live in some crazy times, and they just getting worse, and getting crazier. I don't have an explanation for it. I just appreciate you, Mom. So
Dear mama.
Right. Appreciate you. But that's all we had, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, man, start giving us some talk about, man. I'll find the stuff all the time.
Last week we requested, hey Al.
Where you been, Slim?
We requested that you all inbox us and let us know what topics you would like to talk about, what you would like to see on our show, things that you would like to do, etc. We got absolutely nothing. Not one idea. Nothing. So, we're going to put it out there again.
Where?
I'm behind you. Like I was going to let you go. We're going to put it out there again. What would you guys like to see on the Dre and Ro show? If it's anything different, let us know. What topics would you like to talk about? Are there things that we are not touching upon that you're like, ooh, I hope they talk about this and we not talking about it? Just, things you want to do when the world gets back to normal. Let us know. Holla at us. Hit us up.
Yeah. Dude, my eyes burning, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
You're fried.
But as always, we do appreciate y'all though, for real. I love this on Tuesday, coming, connect with you guys, whatever. So until next week, love you.
Love you.